Happy Saturday. What y'all doing? As usual, I'm working. Well, more like having fun while inventing, developing, discovering, and learning. I'm currently developing 3 projects of my own and assisting my honey with some things. He is such a hard worker. Love that man to pieces. It's 2026 and just about everyone has a personal computer. I mean, seriously, at this point, can you imagine life without them? I'm so thankful for them, but did you ever think, where did they come from? Let's unbind the legacy of Dr. Marc Dean, the architect of the PC who laid the blueprint for every, and I mean every PC used today.
In the rural confines of Jefferson City, Tennessee, long before the digital age consumed the globe, a young black boy spent his formative years dismantling the physical world to understand its hidden mechanics. Born on March 2, 1957, Marc Edward Dean was raised by his father, James, a dam supervisor for the Tennessee Valley Authority, and his mother, Barbara, a teacher and social worker. In a deeply segregated South, the Dean household was a sanctuary of intellect and mechanical curiosity. James Dean, a veteran of the Korean War, passed his formidable engineering prowess down to his son. Together, they didn't just tinker, they built an entire working tractor from scratch. By the time Marc was in the 8th grade, he possessed a crystalline vision of his future. He was going to become an electrical engineer and build computers for IBM. This unyielding foundation of familial support and hands-on grit forged the mind of a man who would soon architect the modern computing era. Dean's relentless drive propelled him through the University of Tennessee, where he graduated with highest honors in electrical engineering. In 1979, he achieved his childhood dream, walking through the doors of IBM as an engineer. He was swiftly recruited into Project Chess, a clandestine team stationed in Boca Raton, Florida, tasked with an impossible mission: create a personal computer for the mass market. At just 25 years old, Dean became the chief engineer of PC design. The result was the IBM 5150, launched in 1981, a machine that permanently altered the trajectory of human civilization. While the mainstream narrative often credits visionary CEOs for the PC revolution, the architectural genius belonged to Dean. Of the 9 original patents foundational to the IBM PC, 3 were held by Dr. Marc Dean. He was the invisible hand that drew the blueprint for the digital revolution. Dean's most monumental breakthrough solved a critical bottleneck in early computing: isolation. Computers of the era were closed ecosystems, incapable of communicating with external devices. Alongside Dennis Moeller, Dean invented the industry-standard architecture, ISA, Systems Bus, U.S. Patent 4528626. This revolutionary internal architecture allowed plug-and-play functionality, enabling computers to seamlessly connect with disk drives, printers, keyboards, and eventually the Internet. Furthermore, Dean developed the Color Graphics Adapter, CGA, bringing computing out of the monochrome dark ages and into full color. IBM made billions licensing these architectures, spawning the entire peripheral device industry. While tech titans in Silicon Valley became household names, Dean, a brilliant African-American engineer, remained the quiet architect behind the screens of billions. Dean refused to rest on the laurels of his early achievements. He earned his master's degree from Florida Atlantic University and later a PhD in electrical engineering from Stanford University. Returning to IBM's advanced research labs, Dean shattered another technological ceiling. In 1999, he led the team at the Austin Research Laboratory that created the world's first 1 GHz CMOS microprocessor, a chip capable of 1 billion calculations per second. This obliterated the speed limits of processors and laid the groundwork for the high-speed processors powering today's smartphones and supercomputers. For his unparalleled contributions, Dean was named an IBM Fellow in 1995, the first African-American to ever receive the company's highest technical honor, and he was inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame in 1997. Behind the staggering intellect is a foundation of Black love and familial strength. Dean's journey through the high-pressure corridors of corporate technology was anchored by his personal life. Following his earlier marriage to Paula Bacon, Dean found enduring partnership with his second wife, Denise, a former IBM executive who intimately understood the demands of technological pioneering. Together, they cultivated a life of shared purpose, proving that the greatest minds are sustained not by silicon, but by the unwavering support of their loved ones and community. As of today, April 4th, 2026, Dr. Marc Dean stands as an undisputed living legend in the pantheon of global technology. Holding over 40 patents, he is Professor Emeritus at his alma mater, the University of Tennessee Knoxville's Tickle College of Engineering, where he previously served as interim dean. Moving beyond the PC era he helped create, his recent research focuses on advanced computer architecture and neuromorphic data-centric computing. Though the mainstream historical record frequently overlooks his name in favor of others, the Freeman Archive permanently codifies this truth. Every time a mouse is plugged in, every time a color monitor boots up, and every time a high-speed processor executes a command, the world is operating on the genius of a black man from Jefferson City, Tennessee.
Wow. And yet somehow this is not in the history books that they approve to teach our children from in the schools. It's clearly intentional. Our ancestors are amazing. They are the inventors of all the sauce, and they've been cooking. So from this day forward, whenever you use or see a person using a personal PC of any kind, know that an African American man invented it. Okay, bye.